kids, how's it going? It's Mom. No, it's Katie Rubin, your friendly neighborhood modern mystic, energy healer, divine light channel, creative lady, spiritualist, funny person, dog mom. Let's not put ourselves in teeny tiny boxes, shall we? Let's break out of all the boxes. Let's be all the things we are. There's no more time or room in this reality for us all to be trying to fit into other people's goddamn motherfucking boxes. Are you as sick of it as I am? I'm done with it. I'm like 9 million things, and I'm going to be those things. You know why? Because I'm in search of and enjoy when I have a lot of fulfillment and satisfaction and joy in my life. I have to give praise where praise is due. Human design has really helped me a ton figure out more and more and more and have more and more clarity about how fulfillment and satisfaction come into my life. And I wanted to talk today briefly as I pull your 3 cards for you, which are already pulled, and I'm looking at them here. I want to remind us all of something very important. If you're someone who does energy healing work or spiritual work, or if you have a spiritual practice, please remember, doing spiritual work, the light of spirit, the light of consciousness, the light of awareness, the light of love, God's love, is meant to be used to create within us wholeness, integration, a sense of knowing who we are, a sense of feeling correct with our lives, a sense of like being in the right place at the right time, a sense of enjoying your experience of being alive. So if you're doing energy work and somebody you're working with is channeling whatever for you, make sure they're not just channeling shit to like expand you into the beyond so that you become the light and the oneness, but then you have no idea what your life is about and how fulfillment comes to you and what joy is for you and what relationships work and don't work and who you really are. Who are you really? Wouldn't you like in this lifetime to come through your life having experienced a lot of wholeness, peace inside yourself, and joy in the pursuit of that which you desire, joy in the expression of that which fits you correctly? I heard a teacher say recently, when you're dating people, you're not looking for the perfect romantic fantasy. You're not looking for somebody who is going to take you on a roller coaster of delights and make you feel amazing every second. You're looking for somebody who feels like home. And I want to point to this because this is what the energy healing work I do is about. People often ask me, like, spiritual healing work, what does that mean? And they think it's this, like, I mean, it is kind of abstract and big and expansive and weird and crazy, but it's pulling from a realm of vast expansiveness into the body right here to heal people. And when I say heal, I mean bring you into wholeness with who you are. Get out of the way everything that is sticking you and making you judge yourself so that you have a hard time accepting who you are as you are. Human design provides the map, the like, this is who you are, this is what it looks like, this is what it's not, this is conditioning, this is truth. Energy healing provides the clearing, the capacity, the doorway to clear the energies that are sticking you, trapping you, locking you in being forced through your own unconsciousness to live from your conditioned self rather than your authentic self. So we're doing all this woo-woo shit to integrate, to become whole. Another teacher I like said at one point, when you have emotional trauma, you have to meet your emotional trauma on the emotional level. So even the high vibrational spiritual work I do is meant to, what it does is it puts people right in the presence of their emotional trauma. You can't escape your emotional pain when the divine is present. So when I'm bringing divine light through, it's not to turn you into some, like, people have these weird projections about what spiritual work is for. It's to put you up against your past emotional pain on the emotional level so you can integrate that pain from the past, bring it into the present time and be whole and be you. Not escape three-dimensional reality, not transcend time and space, not be in a blissed out state of oneness every second. That's not what this is about. It's about being you. Okay, that's my little preach for today. And on that topic, let's look at your 3-card spread. I have pulled them. It's a little bit of a heavier one today, so get your heavy pants on. We're going to be okay. We're going to do this together. The recent past, we have a deep freeze moment. Very interesting. I get a lot of those myself because the universe is always like, bitch, slow down. Take a fucking breath. Have a seat. Go work out for a minute so you can burn off some of that energy. I'm like a toddler with the universe. The universe is like, could you like run around the block a few times and then calm the fuck down? And I'm like, sorry, okay, I will. Okay, present moment, we're protecting treasure. And the outcome of these moments together is a little bit of a sad embrace. Now, don't panic. Sad embrace doesn't mean you're going to die. It just means some sadness may come up and you need to embrace it. You know what happens when you embrace your sadness? It processes through and then you're happy again. And that's part of being a human being. We go up, we go down. All right, so let's look at the recent past, the deep freeze. And the faster all of us can get on board with the ups and downs of reality, the way less pressured and stressed and unhappy we're each going to feel. You see, it's the expectation that you should be peaceful all the time, or the expectation that things should go well every minute, that set you up to be frustrated all the goddamn time, or irritated, or disappointed, or bitter, whatever your design is. The expectation that we should all live a fucking Instagram curated life where you look pretty and everything's fucking pretty and we're all putting on our fucking pretty face. I just worked out. Look at me. I'm a mess. Do you know what relief it brings me and how whole making it is for me to show up here frumpy for you? I didn't do fucking shit before I came on this camera. Do you know how empowering that is, that I don't need your approval of what I look like? Yes, I'm OCD obsessed with what my hair is doing in every goddamn video. That's not actually about your approval of me. That's about weird Katie Rubin remnants of trauma. It's like, how do I get it even? And if I have control over the evenness, and if it looks funky in the way that expresses my soul perfectly, then I will feel whole. Which, let's look at it. When we look at what is OCD, OCD is an attempt to organize the world externally out of a desperate need to not feel feelings. So the moment I notice myself going to like pick the hair, I go, okay, be back with your feelings. Then I'm right back here. I drop back in. I feel those feelings. Here I am. And it's not such a threat because I've worked through so many of my worst feelings that now my OCD behavior is just like a habit. So I could be with my feelings and be like, okay, here we are. There's nothing scary happening in this present moment. I don't need to order reality. All right, so what the hell does this have to do with your reading? I'm on a soapbox today, bitches. Deep freeze in the recent past, 26. The cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not yet ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forgo ambitious activity. A pregnant pause, quotes, allows ideas to gestate, projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. This is also a time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now, so reflect, read a good book, or get a massage. Rest and dream. This is your recent past. For some of you, it might have been yesterday. For some of you, it might have been all last week. Last week was weird. I don't know about you. It was weird. That was my COVID week. It was not sexy. Okay? So recent past, deep freeze. Gestate. Put things on hold. No arguments. That's the recent past. Present moment, we're sitting in Protecting Treasure, number 39, in our favorite deck here by Colette Baron Reid. Love her so much. You are always protected and divinely directed. Although this is a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level, you are able to move forward safely and securely. Take that in. Can you breathe that into your low belly and receive it and let the peace that she's saying descend through the midline of your body? The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound no matter the fluctuations in the world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested now, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. Burps! Take refuge under an angel's wing. You are not alone, and you have no need to fear. Embrace your courage. This is what I get the most out of this one. The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound no matter the fluctuations in the world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Although this is a time of great risk, what are you in the middle of where there's a lot of risk right now? Know that at a fundamental level, you're able to move forward safely and securely. And just remember, you guys, when you're moving forward with stuff, you never have to move forward faster than you're ready or able. And in fact, you shouldn't move. I'll go so far as to should on you. You shouldn't move forward faster than you're ready and able. Take 2 or 3 gentle, self-loving steps today toward where you're headed, toward the risk. Just 2 or 3 gentle, loving steps. You don't have to jump off the fucking cliff today. Maybe just like move your chair a foot closer to the edge of the cliff and look at it. That might be plenty for today. I had a teacher who used to say, until you're in actual alignment with a choice or a decision, don't make it. Make the decision when you feel like, okay, I'm okay. It's like there's like a feeling in my body of like, it locks in. I go like, click clunk, I'm good with this. I've looked at the numbers. I've looked at the reality. I've waded through my emotional process. If you're an emotional person, I've gotten my sacral authority, yes, and I'm clear. Or I've taken it through my mental projector process. I've looked outside. Whatever you got to do to wait through your own journey process to make your decision. When you get that click feeling of like, yeah, this is what's real. That's the moment to start taking some gentle, self-loving, small baby step actions. Not before. Don't push yourself ahead of yourself. When you do that, you wind up in stress, fatigue, overwhelm. And I find that for myself when I do that, I don't behave my best. I'm not the best Katie Rubin out there because I'm like ahead of my emotional reality is back here and I'm 50 feet in front of it. And I'm cranky because I'm not locked in with my truth and my alignment. So you don't have to act until it's time and you feel that. Okay. The outcome. Loss. Here we are. He doesn't look happy, you guys. Sadness is a normal thing. Let's not panic or judge it. You may be entering into a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long-cherished dream. If so, take heart, for this ending may have been for your highest good. A better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life if you can accept the loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Disappointment is a form of perception. Did you hear that one? Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations weren't met, a sense of loss arises, along with sadness or grief. Express those emotions. Do not repress them, please. Have them. Say them, sing them, move them, whatever you need to do. Tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always assured. Whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. And this is what I was saying at the beginning. When we embrace our sadness and let ourselves feel sad about whatever loss is present, that's what, when she says let go, she means let go of your, it's 11:11. She means let go of your resistance to the sadness. You see, when you're like going through a breakup or you lose a job or something is going away and you cling to it because you can't imagine letting go of it. The clinging is actually your nervous system and your body-mind organisms and your unconscious self's desperate attempt to not feel the sadness of the loss. Instead of clinging and trying to make it work, why don't you just let yourself be sad about it? It didn't work out. It sucks when shit doesn't work out. But the gift of when shit doesn't work out is it didn't work out because something better is actually out there for you. That's actually true. But the only way you'll get to that something better is if you let yourself have your sadness. On the other side of processing the sadness is the relief from the sadness. But if you spend all your energy resisting your sadness and trying to stay positive and stay busy, that is called avoidant behavior. And when you avoid your feelings, you wind up fucked on the other side. Why? Because you never learn the lesson, you never get the teaching, and you never become the new you. Wouldn't you like to be the new you that you know you're already becoming? I think you would. I love you guys a whole lot. What do I have to offer you? Tuesdays, starting tomorrow. Yeah, April 19th, we have Star Beings. I could probably fit 1 or 2 more people in that class if it's calling to you. This is a class where for 7 weeks I bring that high frequency light I was talking about through your body, being, soul, spirit, online once a week, 7 weeks, in a group for the sake of integration, creating wholeness, becoming emotionally whole, becoming you. And this round we're going to integrate, I'm going to be looking at everybody's human design chart in the class. It's part of the class. I do basic intro, give you the gist readings, and then I've got people I can refer you to for next levels of that as I continue my depth diving studying in the deep waters of that world, which is just such a delight. So join us. We start tomorrow, April 19th. It's 7 weeks, Tuesday nights, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 3 to 5 Pacific. All right, my friends, take care of you. Remember, if you got to cry, please cry. Don't repress that cry. Love that cry.